Hi everyone and welcome back to DidyToys channel. Today's video is a bit different as I want to share with you an unboxing and overview of a crochet kit ordered from a Chinese marketplace called Temu. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and comment the video. No more talking, let's get started. So I ordered 2 kits from Temu and today I'll open one of them. There is a variety of crocheting kits there. I decided to order this one because the picture looks not real at all. I believe it's AI generated and it's interesting to see if the pattern is generated as well or it really works. Anyway, the kit is here, it was well packaged and it came quite fast together with other parcels I ordered. Let's see what's inside. The seller claims everything you need is included. So here is the yarn, but these 2 skeins are the same color, so there are 7 colors in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like it's more than enough, but we'll see it later. Here is the fiberfill, it's vacuumated. I'm not sure if it's enough, so we'll see it after I crochet the toy and stuff it. Here is the crochet hook, 2.5 millimeters. I would say this size is too big for the yarn included, especially for amigurumi. Then 2 sewing needles, a plastic one and a metal one. There are several stitch markers included, 5 in total, and safety eyes, a pair of glitter ones, and 4 pairs of simple black eyes, and the washes. I'm not sure why there are so many eyes included. Anyway, it's not bad, you can use them in your other projects. There is also a tiny book included. These are the basics, which is quite good, especially if you are a beginner, so you can consult the book before crocheting. And it also has a QR code, so you can scan it and you'll find a YouTube channel showing all the basic stitches displayed here. Finally, the button itself, no QRs here. There are some photos, but they are quite small, so I'm not sure if it's convenient if you are a beginner. And the package claims that this crochet kit is suitable for beginners. Anyway, I'll try to crochet the toy. I'm not a beginner, so I hope I will be able to understand the instructions and to make a toy similar to the one shown by the seller. So, everything included in this crochet kit is displayed here. Anyway, I'll start crocheting now and then I'll show you the final result. And I'll comment what I liked or didn't like about the pattern and the materials included. Finally, we'll compare the finished toy to the picture shown by the seller. So I started to crochet the head and I almost finished it when I realized that the pattern doesn't mention where you need to insert the eyes. I looked through the pattern and I found it. They suggest attaching the eyes when assembling, which is completely wrong and even impossible. These are safety eyes, so they need to be inserted before the head is stuffed, so it's possible to secure them by fastening the washers. So I crochet the face now and I'll insert the eyes. First I'll stuff the head to understand where to place the face. And now I'll try to insert the eyes through the face and the head together and fasten them with the washers. The eyes are inserted and I can continue crocheting. I'll sew the face to the head after stuffing it. To make the eyes really safe, I'll melt and flatten the legs. The head is ready and now I'll sew the face to it. By the way, I used almost all the fiberfill from the first pack, so I'm not sure now if it'll be enough for the whole toy. I've sewn the face to the head and finished crocheting the body. I stuffed it with the leftovers, but it wasn't enough, so I'll open the second pack, which is the last one. The body is ready and I also finished the belly, which I'll need to sew later. I also crocheted the ears following the pattern, but I didn't quite like them. They have just one layer and the back part looks not quite good. So I decided to add one more layer using just brown color and just crochet the edges together, connecting them by the last round. Now they look much better and I'm happy with the result. I crocheted the muzzle and use a safety nose, but it wasn't included in the kit, though the pattern says to insert a safety nose, so I used one of mine, which I had at home. If you haven't got any, you can just embroider it or crochet one, but again there is no pattern or instructions for how to do it. Another thing is, the muzzle is very small and the leg of the safety nose is too long for it, so I'll melt it and flatten so it fits. I've made the cheeks according to the pattern you need to glue them, but no glue is included. I'll use a glue gun for that, but if you don't have any, you can just sew them using the yarn tail. So, all the parts are ready. Here is the head, then the body and the belly, the legs and the arms, and the muzzle. Here is the tail, which is really big. I'm not sure how to sew it, as it's almost twice as big as the body, so it needs to be sewn really well so it doesn't outweigh the whole toy. The ears, the hair. It's also a bit complicated to make these, as there are a few stitches in around and the hook is quite big. Finally, the acorn. I had to modify the pattern a bit, as the shape was really odd, so I decided to reduce some rounds. Also, the pattern uses double crochets at the beginning, that's why you can see the holes between the stitches here. It's not critical, but if your crochet tension is different, especially if you are a beginner, the holes can be much bigger and more visible, and the stuffing will come out through them. Anyway, everything is made and here is the yarn left. I'd say quite a lot, so you can use it in your other projects. As for the stuffing, it wasn't enough, I had to add some of mine. It wasn't a problem for me, but if you are a starter and that's your very first project, you most probably don't have any stuffing at home, so that can be a real problem for you. So, I attached all the parts and fixed them with pins. Now I'll sew them one by one. I'll sew the acorn at the very end. I've sewn everything to the head. Now I'll move on to the body parts. First the belly, then the tail, legs and arms. I fasten all the tails by a knot and place them inside. Finally, the toy is ready. It looks okay, I'm quite happy with the final result, but it's definitely not identical to the one shown by the seller. So, be prepared that you can crochet a similar squirrel, but not the same one, as the image doesn't correlate to the pattern. Sometimes the instructions don't work as described,
and I had to modify the button in the process. There were also some misprints, which can be really frustrating. So this is in no way a kit for beginners. As for materials, a lot of yarn is included, which is not bad. The yarn is nice feeling, very soft, and the colors are beautiful as well. However, it splits constantly, which is very inconvenient. There isn't enough stuffing, no safety knots included, no glue. This is not critical but not very pleasant when you're sad that everything is included. All in all, you can make a comparatively nice toy using this kit. Is it suitable for beginners? Definitely not. You need to be really skilled in amigurumi and ready to modify the button in the process. I believe that's it. Let me know if you'd like to try this kit, or maybe you already bought it and made the toy. Hope it was useful for you. Thanks for watching and thank you so much for your likes and comments. See you!